Bid you free for a good distant pleasant welcome to first do for welcome to a path of life tales. I'm your old fringy codicide freeway, which do Dushaneski codis dorse with you, but beauty free, that is freely for freeways. Badam and his freeways. In his words /Dewey, Flass doing two was, and his words doing two ways and doing his stuff in his way, he had already preferred, he had already made plans, he had been down to the place that he had placed, but what do you fix for the yesterday? Big two. Said we find we stecked out the style of the ring, we have, friends can you imagine that, which do you prefer? When you prefer with Finny fronts when you find who in front of you, is the one you want to spend your life with the one you want to spend your life with? With when you finally gather the courage to kino. When you prefer we perfind into, my wife when we could be, at wife we could be, when we could be while we could be wisey. When you finally feel that all the well we could be, when we could be well we could be well we well we well the well we well we well we well we well we were well we 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 well well we well we well we well 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 we well we well well we well we well we well we well 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 we well we well 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 but we can say it. Goof 6, but Bodhi Fodi Sextal. It green Dodi Sexal, it grinds your destil. It grinds your entire castle into dust. The Extadi freeways saddens, the actor sides is, and they sighed, he sent a few flirty show, said a few of flirty, sassy stessages to another woman, beautiful dester, no meaty shows, no weighty, cider, no weighty cider, nothing happened. Yes, levy fiscal level. Nothing happens, no way / do a streefer. 81st 80s no cheating to no G / datey for no cheeful. We can chase equal. We can normally call real flirting moves / way / weighty no way / 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 slash way 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 slash last slash way slash lash way slash way slash way slash 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 lay slash 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 la 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 slash la la dis la use la 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 you slide a sally la li slash la li sla la sla la la li sla li sli sla sla li sla sla li sla sla sli sa sli slu sli sla su siko But friends who still have been before, but friends here is a truth. But friends here is a truth. But freeway preside or score betrayal. Betrayal does not begin with physical contact. What do you prefer? It begins the moments you will prefer. We have a daddy for a destinator to present to someone else. Bid you free. Be a beauty for a PD. Beauty for a freedy for a PD meaningless Saxon for a PD for a PD for a suppy fleeting for a suppy present for a suppy thuppy suppy for suppy thuppy suppy 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 for a suppy for a feedy for a suppy for a suppy 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 so a woer of staby suppy 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 supply supply suppy supply 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 so we supply 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 sapple supply 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 sally supply 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 sally supply supply sally supply sal supply sap by sally secly sally set to sab with them with supply 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 sally supply 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 the way we could say, they were the stinger for, they were persenged of, why we persaid, we could stay in, we would come with the caster, we would be it, but be a prefer that word did you prefer to a perfecta of you, things that word, you will be a biggie feeway streway, she sent a break of Woldio size. Friends Decato. Friends can you blame her, what do we, or rather if you prefer, or rather if you were that, God, or rather if you were that were revered at, ghoul, but we were full of their severs for will it believe in the sexes. Believe in the sexes, which do you prefer? And then you suddenly prefer sat. And then you suddenly receive screenshots from a stranger, showing your boyfriend saying things to another? Which should have went to say show? Saying the boys or say, amends to say, what would you prefer? What would happen to your world in that moment? It wouldn't crack slowly, it would shot at freeway show with, what a contutor sec with freeway sidas. Bigly present apres, do you endorse the dester stays to end? But do we prefer in? That sentence, but we could be a 2% fist in destin? We still did 2%, the fleeter freeway styes do a fewer, and then there was no after. But beauty far full we can lose. Do we prefer we can find full we could lose? In his phone gallery, standing. You could prefer standing alone. 8% to is, standing alone. At the place where he once planned in propras, imagining what it wants place. It wants to be imported amon. Imagine what it was importing, freeway stellity size you will prefer. Female sac size, sacio size you will prefer. He started seeing a therapist. Trying te the a. Sensuway therapist, trying to sang why he did what he did. The beautiful will prefer hold to do anything. Center from candy, fard. He says third desis. You says, we said third person to coaster. Said third person to third person to third person to say third alay to third person of third person to sev. Says, Adam says she is sincere, beautiful with pain and regretting. It is with pluty fighters to kindities to the condinous size to the course to vextinix to plus. It is not some the size that it is side size to the sizest of exities siders to we kind of size of exdis dot isis dot plus dot tizes dot dizes dot tize dot tours dot dice dot ties dot die dot dice dot die dot die dot die dot die dot die dikes dot die dot die die zi dot die die dice die dot some dot die 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 zi dot dice die dot die 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 But I want to excuse what I prefer, but I want to ask everyone here, including we would present to your destiny is very harsh question, but will we use the /dreadful signs for the freeway solder? You've really used the ways? We often think of the one. We often think of the one as someone. Do we often think of the one as someone destined for as someone who will always come back? No. What is someone who will always come back no matter? We always come on with someone who will op with. The universe is obligated to return them to you. What a dear will I be a 2 too. The one is not beauty for it is not addictive fact. Be it one way you will all. With the one which do we prefer. The one was to weigh into a day. The way we will all. And to be with their day we will all with their day ways and day with their day ways and their loy ways and their lore ways and their lore ways and their day ways and ever ways is day ways and they do to our day ways and they will wist a day ways the day ways the day ways the way ways the way ways the well ways the way ways that are bade by brick brick ways to brickter your daily choices. Your loy or loyly and ever ways and everly at every may way at every may way with. We would check this to we would. Adam didn't lose the one with, but night viddy fold. The wall do you prefer the wall didn't collapse? Because the wall didn't collapse because the brick was profession. We can collapse because they conflort a single. Collapse to comply, be with, fill way, with. Second story, 6th Street, Segdy, second, she said, 5 months not to long not to sign to work decide, just that phase well, to me well, do you ain't to do all just that phase? We do well, do all, stast, do all those started shod, to all those long start along, to all long those long starters long da, to all long don daughter wall. Do all long da dong ga da long da 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 sow da long da 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 all long da 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 da. But we could we had set some boundaries to see. We could friend to see their destined to sex for the opposite sex. I had talked about it. Agreed a section of our sass is all the das of our dash and we could toss to price sass. Agree to our das. And she had male friends. She had Mayways. He had Mayways, he had freeways, he had no core. And two, kind most cest of our sast. And if I had priced it, and it's until a night she said to see. And she had talked out at a bitter to what I said did. Later size Stevie. Dater size Stevie. Datey size So do you prefer? So she pricked up his foam sector. Which do you prefer in sacks to it so he could be? They could purcelled, the beauty fur we couldn't tell with his. Freeway sides with her size. The moment stuck you will be calm-toed. The moment stuck the moment. The first thing that popped up was a chat with a girl named Kim. So, but, Pewdifilk sears with curiosity, whence triggered at isers like a cat smelling fish. The Lodi far side. Do you prefer, Billy Farr, for the Lodified side? For the looks to co, they looked similar. Beau personalities. And she knew personalities, which do, its deep personalities, which do with which type be. See, word, the, message. Word a thir do lissage. She read the messages. She read the end. She didn't go into detail. Which do you prefer? She didn't go into detail. We can go into she staster. We can tell, we can detade, we can detake to see in the scepter, we can take sister fewers. She wasn't a dester fuels in a set. We came upstairs. We can tell with she ate his destins, that is siwo quotero prover. For the two ways to ested of a two way still to see. Still the thistids of a destider. And you were at stiwo way stiwo, she still as stiwo ways is. It matters to talk about this. Did to we is. Met you. For sio nessa. We is. I want to talk about this detail. I want to talk out, it matters. Anger and aggered. Anger and agger and aggered. You heard David meeting then with you. You're not at your code and your seppin with you are a way to win with thubbers at Tiwo with thubbers seppin with thubbard at thubbers at Didi with Dady with thubbers at Deppel with thubbard at aggered endeavor that Dady with daters as aggered as Dady with Dady. You are roll with your ways or roll with words and we are roll when you want and you need to be rolled. Sorty for duster too, which do we prefer sidings? Something you get me's, but I'm too. It isn't any more too. She wasn't too we could check to you. So we preferred to you for she, but she was sacked to we. So we could prefer to you. They could chick you to sack to the arrow of, but those messages told her, would be a messages told her but baby that agreement only existed on her side. And what shocked her at Elbut it? What shocked her at Elbut it? Was this she realized she was? We can turn with Elbutang. We could prefer Lisa's free sweet. We could be Firo fly stew a sach and dester. Which do we prefer satchers do we put just do a sadger? They was doing the dester with, then they pearly. Pure far being two with, pure free fies. Bag bureau with piro. Bureau ways fi. Bureau way fi. With ways fi. And that's its free fies. Said she, new way we would be. Said she would be. Said she would be. To we would be. Said we said she knew. This is a new way. Said she knew this. She even said. You will prefer she even said. We even said to you. So she'll see you as so. She'll save. She even say she ilst it. Even calling to you with Sethi. She ilst his Seth and at Sether he said all. She ild Sether said that she ilbs to we. But here's do you prefer. But here's the prefer. But here's the problem. But here's the dirty. So. But here's the free one, they said. To love, they want they could. But here's they could have courted. I is. Be to completely tweely. Different fixist to firmer. If we prefer to pastor close to, or to the first two, the lattery fustanade. Who. Which do you prefer? The lattery stuff. At the latter is the x dot way with the way dot way dot yes yet yes dot yes yet yes yeah yes way People for the. Which do we prefer? Davy herself for a people for the self for she would may herself for she was simple with the self for she wasn't, but that strange feeling was always there. When she said Soctor, since she's execor, way would I concept call we could prefer on 60. Way would we preferred the freedy two wasty. What is 61? Signals calls, when you prefer, when you feel persistent discomfort about a person or sisters. Discomfort about a person or situation, if you can't logically explain it, your body and emotions. If you encape her some, she wasn't, too sensitive you said, so, you could be? She which do you prefer? She prefer, you had being met with his tepping with. Her into his tester, where his tepping her size to where he said pushing. And she kept pushing him at her and we said and she kept pushing his tester and she came to his. Until today we conferred, we can to you, for today. And we can conferred. This couple bid you something. Many percent of this, couple did something many people cannot suff. They would be two ways. This couple, someworthy, they would be, they would be, they be, they would be, they would be, they would be, that's maturity. But boundary sides to the destination, beauty sides to a, but boundary sides but back to your destinatically with austinity and force. It will put the prostant in a side-laced actor. A boundary is a bacter deity. A ballinated bacter, we would promise not to a sactor. But you prostant to do proset that would bounder with boundus that boundance by boundus that boundless actors and say that I'm not something you write down than an otters and will write down and automatically enforce the forder and automatically enforce the infords. A balderly is a prositerly. You will risey we promised on you with we will was their muses for a proverb on with it is at the word to word to a word at a pry that on by what's what are in your satter out at that ballers that were words what we were with. What we were worked for the worst sector were that we were pearly to work with Ricans then we were lied to court and dow with their sellers and dallater with. He said things that crossed it. Maybe sides freeway. Maybe not I love you. Maybe sides freeway. Maybe not I miss you. Maybe just an inside joke. Only they understood. Maybe a slightly intimate. Freeway sides of the slights of intimate. Baby a slights of intonated as. But maybe a memory carrying old warmth. Which do you prefer? If he needs to hide those. We could prefer if he needs to hide those words of in just by not proactively. So if he could see a lie good understand, not because. He. Bookway saws dot muway. Bookway saw muway saw because he did something bookway sawed but because he chose a muway sloss, but because he been being far so what she knows, and what she knows, and what she does, and what she does. Bookway said, but not for new was. But not full loyalty either. This gray area, because do you prefer sides to say, beauty to be quested be, if you respect him downs, we could see you with, or do self to cool with, he still doesn't note, see size stories and seaway, seaway, you could break and seaway side dester. Seaway, she is sitting somewhere, see when seaway, maybe on her, seaway, see with wayway, seaway, seaway, should chew seaway, should d where seaway, should do where seaway, should d where let complace. Should I see where let tell see where let see where let see way? Let see where 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 let see with. See where let see with. Which do you prefer signs I would tech show with though? Do we prefer? I don't test, but it's not that short either. Signed for side of us. Side for sign for your dest or dest of us. Signed for sign for sign for sign for side for sign for side for side for sign for sign for sign for side for side for low woody for Versailles beauty for is. Bach and desta two with desider two were. Doesn't care. Tonight. Story, because the ending is forming. Slow we could prefer. Because the ending is forming. Slowly inside her. Before he could do side / his entity. Before her, / I could coarsely to plus her. Wither size dester for dester size dester size dasters thafter dester size dasters 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 Tasters task to her hang to her hand to everyone listening to everyone listening listen this. The lies that Booty for Percy. Booty for freeway. Seaway. Treeway. Doct. Percy. dot top dot 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 con dot 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 dot. Beauty free full what I said. We could re-forthy. You would say, witty free for a thing for you. You would be C. Then you tell him is a destry. Then you need to tell him. Those word ciders destrias, then can do as destins. Be a porty furty for de low. Which do you prefer to be courty for? It is. Then you need to give him a chancelet. If you will lose some, then you will list her in the deslet to frestes. Then we can see whether he crosses them. Be a litter freeway streeway. But do you want to send some treeway side to side dayway side to depart to bed to the side tig to the 522 to side to the feeways side to the side to a wee way to side do on do I do on decide doesn't depend on chud to chug to fade. Ayaz. Builder for freeway. Builder, does that security come from his behavior or from within you? Dear, pick up the phone, but beauty for sasters sass to a sass tomorrow. Dot 2. More do we prefer. Dot 2. Not to make him apologize, but so we don't to see it. Not to make him two ones at two way, dissidim societies did tree furly, be a sartige breeway, if we, distine, I could tea with, fill away seaway dester, fill away one dester for seaway, coin, one dester way was, doc breeder way dester, feel free to sign. You will prefer to, sigh that to sign the destin of the comments out,